This is a quick video to talk about breakout rooms. A lot of people have said to me they're really bored of the long, awkward silences that happens in Teams lessons when students have their cameras turned off and their microphones muted. One solution, if you trust your students and if it's used properly, is breakout rooms. You may have seen this function, you may have used it, you may be an expert at using this already, but I just wanted to make a short video to show you kind of the limitations and the possibilities with this excellent little feature. So first of all, you need to dive into your Teams lessons, and the best time to do this is in the lesson itself. Now at the top you'll see a little icon. It's a square within a square. If you click that, this is a recording so I can't show you live, but if you click that it will give you an option on how many breakout rooms you want to create. So if you've got a class of 12, the ideal group size is 3 or 4. I wouldn't go any more than 3 or 4. It tends to be less productive. 3 is pretty good, I would say, in terms of a Teams lesson. So create your group, and I would dedicate a group leader in each of your groups, someone that you trust to be able to feed back, and maybe their microphone is one that works and you know that from previous lessons. And then make sure they really understand the task before you set them off on it. So in this particular example, you can see that in the comment feed, I've got a scenario and I've copied and pasted that in there, and I've made them raise their hand to acknowledge that they understand what they need to do before I send them off. Because obviously if you just send them off into a breakout room without any sort of clear instruction, there's a good chance they'll just chat and mess about. And by the way, they'll probably do that anyway, so you can drop in and check up on them. So I'm just going to be quiet and play this clip, and you can kind of see how it unfolds in the lesson. Give me 2 seconds.
Challenge, I'll put task 1 so everyone is clear on that. There we go, task 1. And if I just go to participants, let's just see if we've got anybody else in the lesson that wasn't there before. No. So breakout rooms. Axel's just joined. So Axel, your brother's not here, mate, but you are. So I'm going to assign you to group 1. You're going to go in there.
So what you can do is you can assign students as they arrive. So if they arrive late, they'll pop up in this assign participants bit, and you can just add them to one of the rooms that you've got set up. It's fairly easy.
Right, so in a second, I'm going to start these rooms, and what will happen?
When you press start rooms, what will happen is within 20-30 seconds, all the students will leave your screen and they'll merge off into the rooms that you've set up. So they'll be in either this room, or this room. You can then click, at the moment it says close. As soon as I hit start rooms, that will be open and it will turn to green. Then with the 3 little dots on the right, you can click on that and you can visit each of the rooms, and you can drop in as a participant to make sure they are doing as they should be.
What happen, guys, if you haven't used Breakout before, is that basically Mario, Caitlin, Fenty and Axel will go into one group, and there'll be 4 of you talking to each other. And I want you to discuss that first task I've put in the chat feed. And at the same time, in another room, will be Will, Dom and Toby. And then room 3 is empty because we haven't got the others in the lesson today. So I just want to ask you if you understand how breakout rooms work. Can you just raise your hand if you understand how breakout rooms work? Will, Toby, Fenty, raise your hand if you understand.
So in this last little bit, I just make sure they understand the task and give them a time limit. Always give them a time limit. I give them 5 minutes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them back in 5 minutes, and one of them is going to have to present. So this is what you see in this next clip.
All right. In that case, then, I'm going to bring you back in 5 minutes. I would like Mario to be the spokesperson for group 1, and I would like Dom to be the spokesperson for group 2. All right, everyone happy with that? Here we go then. I'll see you shortly. I'm going to drop in and make sure you're working.
So it will take 30 seconds to configure, and then when it does, you can get back in there and start having a look, drop into their lessons. You see they start to disappear away from the screen.
Drop in and make sure they're doing some work. So in order to do that, I can join the room, just click the little dots here, and this will take me into their room. So here we go.
So I hope that's a helpful introduction to using breakout rooms. Some of you might be wondering how this works with younger students. I can tell you it works really well. You just got to know your group. So this is a Year 7 Global Citizenship group, and I'll just leave this reel to play off, and you can kind of watch how it works with these students as well.
Just give you 10 seconds to write that down if you need to. Or take a picture of it maybe. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some breakout rooms so you can watch on the screen because I'm sharing it. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to assign the participants. In fact, they've already been done. So room 1, we got Adrian, Kane, and then group 2, we've got other ones as well. I'm just going to chuck a few more people in. So I'm going to put you 2 into group 1. There we go. I'm going to assign you guys to group 1. I'm going to put you 2 into group 2. There's 4 people in group 2. I'm going to put you 2 into group 3. And then I'm going to put Imogen into group 4. And now we've got what we call groups. So room 1 in a minute is going to be made up of these 4 people. Maya is going to be the spokesperson who's going to report back to me in a minute on behalf of that group. Then in this one, we've got these 4 people, and they're going to talk to each other, and they'll meet a little bit like this, but 4 of them, and you'll be able to chat and use the comment box. And Charlie Cox is going to be the spokesperson for that group. In this group, we've got these 4 students, and these 4 students are going to chat in a minute, and I'm going to make Tom Upton, and if he can't do it, Chris Smith, going to be the spokesperson for that group. And then group 4, if it'll allow me to click it, is these 3 young ladies, and you guys, Sophie Watton's going to be your spokesperson. So the task, just to clarify, is I'm going to give you 4 minutes inside your breakout room, and I can drop in and visit you to make sure that you're actually doing some work. Keep your cameras switched off. Based on the video you've just watched, have you changed your opinions about anything to do with online connectable sort of bullying or grooming or anything like that? So hopefully you understand the task. Could you just raise your hand so I can see that you understand the task? Right, here we go then. So when I start rooms, you'll all disappear into your little rooms, and I'll bring you back in 4 minutes' time.